Let's make some gorgeous fairy lights using Dollar Tree items. I picked up this candle holder at Dollar Tree. It was $3 and I got this decal for $1.25. First, I'm going to remove that packaging. It was a little stubborn and the glass is pretty thin, so I was a little nervous. I didn't want to break the glass, but I did pretty good here. I got it out, no problem. Then I'm going to give it a good cleaning because mine was a bit dusty, and I cleaned the outside and the inside just with some glass cleaner. I'm making a little nest with some dish towels so it doesn't roll around while I apply the decal. So I'm just peeling that off, super easy, and I'm going to stick that around the outside. It's going to give it a little bit of a frosty look, but I love those cherry blossoms. Then I'm going to go ahead and just cut it at the seam, at the edge, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth that down and really press down with my finger. You could use a credit card here or even another towel on top of it, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's completely down. You can see that gorgeous little frosty look with those beautiful flowers. And then I'm going to fill in with extra flowers. So where I cut it and it had that sort of abrupt end mark, I'm adding a flower there. And then I'm going to add some flowers along the baseline. I'm going to do halvesies there. I'm only going to stick it on halfway. And then I'm going to cut the extra off, and that'll give the illusion like the flowers are just coming up onto the glass portion. Let's go ahead and get that back into place. Again, I'm being very careful here because I do not want this to break. It's pretty thin glass. So this is really designed for a candle, so you could use a candle here, but I'm going to use some cork fairy lights. You could use any kind of battery operated lights that you want. I just like the little individual lights here because it looks like little fairies. And to cover up that cork in the bottom, I'm going to add some beautiful green moss. You could add more embellishments in here like little tiny fairies or mushrooms, little tiny garden bench, whatever you want. Let's add those lights back in there. They look so pretty. To turn them off and on, you do need to pull that moss back out, but they do have ones with a little handheld on-off switch, so you could do something like that here too. Have a little remote for it. Look how pretty that looks. I just love it. I can't believe it's Dollar Tree. Okay, let's add some butterfly embellishments to the outside. These are just some little silk butterflies in our color palette, that pink and kind of frosty silvery white color. And I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue those on. It's really that easy. Again, you could add lace here, ribbons, bows, gems, any kind of embellishments that you want. I just wanted to share with you this really cute fairy idea with Dollar Tree items. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer, and happy crafting. Thanks for joining me on Handmade Happy Hour. I'll see you next week with another fun project to share.